Sup nerds, today we have Numemon versus Beelzemon X. Ben starts us off by hatching Yamon, the Jamaican Digimon, evoing into Impmon X, playing Wisdom, scorching top 2, adding Wizard X. Chris hatches Tokomon, evos into Agumon, plays Garamon for 3, discards Numemon, draws 2. Ben promotes. Pops Training, evos into Wizardmon for 0. Evos into Wizard X for 0, gains blocker until the end of Chris's turn. Evos into Ballmon X for 3, triggers his effect, mills top 3. Rivals Barrage triggers and goes to the battle area. Chris promotes, gains memory from Agumon. Plays Cool Boy, scorches top 3. Adds Monzi X. Evos into Numemon X, triggers Cool Boy, draws a card, gains memory. Evos into Agu X, scorches top 3. Max value here, adds Nume X and Satsuki. Pretty solid. And then Chris evos into Waru, discards Platinum Nume to de-evo the Ballmon X. Chokes Ben to 1. Ben hatches another Yamon. Evos an Impmon. Ben swings on him 6k, triggers Yamon, mills top 2. Rivals triggers, plays itself to the battle area. Then triggers Impmon X, mills 2 more. And then 1 check for 6. Checks a 7 and dies. And Ben evos into Wizard X for 2 to choke Chris to 1. Chris hatches Suno. Evos into Ukomon. Evos into Monzi X for 0. Triggers Cool Boy. Gains memory and draws a card. Monzi X effect plays Numemon. Triggers Numemon effect to tuck Satsuki to give itself Rush. Swing on him 8k 2 checks. Dies to the second check. Nume X triggers. Gets to play Digimon back out with Numemon in name. Plays out Platinum Nume. Triggers Platinum Nume's effect. Discards another Platinum Nume. Gains 2 memory. Swings 3k. Survives. Evos into Monze for 3. No effect. Evos in Monze X for 0. Triggers Monze X effect. Plays Nume out for free. Why not? Swing on him, 2 checks jamming. Survives. And then plays Louis for 3. Promotes Uko and then gains 2 memory from Louis and Uko. And then swings Uko for game. So Nume does take game 1. By the way, if you guys enjoy this type of content, please like and subscribe. It really helps support the channel. And if you're interested in the Numemon deck profile, link will be in the pinned comment below. And if you're interested in the Beelzemon deck profile, link will be in the pinned comment below. Ben actually got 13th place in the most recent Ultimate Cup with the Beelzemon list he's playing. So Ben makes Chris go first for game 2. I think he's that scared of bricking, which I disagree with. So Chris hatches, evos an Agu, then plays Cool Boy for 2, scratches top 3, adds Agu X. Ben hatches the Jamaican Digimon, evos an Impmon. And plays an Impmon, chokes Chris to 1. Chris promotes, gains memory from Agu. Evos an Agu X. Taps Cool Boy, gains memory, draws a card, triggers Agu X, scorches top 3. Actually whiffs. Plays Numemon for 3 memory, no effect. Evos in a Nume X. And then activates Proto Form. Evos in a Monzi X for 2 memory, tucks Proto Form, Monzi X effect. Gets to play Garamon out, Garamon effect. Discard Nume, draw 2, and then Monzi X's alternate effect triggers minus the 6k on Impmon. Impmon's on deletion, mills top 3. He gains memory from Wizardmon, and Rivals Barrage plays itself back out. And then Chris should actually draw a card here from the Sunamon. He should have drawn it like 1 Evo ago. It is mandatory, so they go back and do it. So Ben promotes Impmon. Evos into Wizard X for 2 memory. Mills top 2, gains memory from Wizardmon, and then Rivals Barrage plays itself to the battle area. And then Impmon's Inheritable pops the Agu X. Pretty nice. Alright, Ben Evo's into Beelzemon for 3. Triggers Beelzemon's effect. Mills top 3. Another Rival's Barrage. Played this up to the battle area. And then Chris's turn at 1. Chris hatches Suno. Evo's into Agu X. There not being a Beelzemon in trash is really, really bad for Ben. Because that Beelzemon's on deletion. Doesn't matter if there's not a Beelzemon in there. Alright, so Chris plays Warumonzimon for 7. Discards Numemon to de-evo the Beelzemon, and then Monzi X minuses 6k and it dies. Ben hatches Yammon, he was in Antmon. Alright, Ben Deathlingers for 4, pops the Monzi X. Ben actually says out loud, you could misplay, which there's a possibility Chris could misplay here, but... So, Protoform happens first. So, Chris has to add one of those 2 things in the sources to his hand and recover the Protoform. So, Chris correctly adds the Numemon. Protoform recovers itself, and the on deletion of Numemon X triggers, plays Numemon back out. Yeah, so the misplay there is if you add the Nume X off the Protoform effect, you will no longer have the on deletion. So that's what Ben was talking about when he said you could misplay. So Ben Deathslingers and pops the Warumonzi. Makes sense. Chris promotes. Swing on him, 1k. Dies. On deletion, Scourge's top 3. Adds Monzi X. Makes sense. It's one of the best cards in the deck. Alright, and Chris Evo's into Monzi for 3, and he should draw a card off Sunamon here. He should catch it in just a moment. There we go. Alright, Ben stays in Raising, Deathslingers the Monzimon. Probably a good idea. Chris hatches Sunamon. Like, Ben knows for a fact Chris has Monzi X in his hand, so good thing to keep the Monzis off the field. Chris Evo's into Agumon and Raising. Plays Numemon for 3, triggers its effect. Tucks Satsuki and targets itself because it's self-rush. Swing on him, 3k, dies. And then swings jamming, 1 check, checks arrivals, it gets blown up, Sag. Then activates Cool Boys, Scourge's top 3, adds Nume X, and sets Ben to 2. Ben promotes Antmon. Alright, Ben Evo's into Wizard X for 2, triggers its effect, mills top 2, no value out of the mills. What's an Iron Mako? Alright, he pops Rivals, adds Beelzemon to hand. Evo's into Beelzemon for 3, mills top 3. And still no Beelzemon in trash. Wow. So Chris promotes, gains memory from Agu. Evo's into Agu X, triggers double Cool Boy, gains some memory, draws 2 cards. Trigger Agu X's effect, Scourge's top 3. Adds Monzi X. Alright, Chris plays Garamon for 3, no effect. Evo's into Monzi for 3, triggers Monzi effect, minus 3k and 1 security on the Beelzemon. Ben knows Chris has Monzi X in his hand, so he knows the Beelzemon's not going to stay there much longer. Chris Evo's into Monzi X, triggers Monzi X's effect. Plays Numemon, triggers Numemon effect, tucks Satsuki, gives the Monzi X rush, and now the Monzi X all turns effect triggers, minuses 6k on the Beelzemon, it dies. There's no Beelzemon in Ben's trash yet, so it doesn't get an on-deletion effect. And Chris actually should draw a card off Sunamon here. This is actually the only one in the match he doesn't eventually catch, so this will be our first official Chet. So then Chris swings 8k, 2 checks with the Monzi X. There's an Iron Mako. They exist. Iron Mako triggers, Scourge's top 4, too little too late. There's one of the Beelzemons. Second check, and then swings Agu X for game. So Numemon does take it 2-0, but I appreciate you guys stopping by. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy this kind of content. Want to come back for more. But until next time, see ya.